She met a special man.
Oh, in 2012, huh?
Yeah, and she made a commitment for her future life. And Yaroslav made a decision to become a pilot and to serve international airlines.
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah,
Become a pilot.
exactly.
Good profession.
А что я не так сделала,
But
Igor decided to look for a
don't
new
try to get a
well-paid
job
job
with aerospeed.
Yes.
overseas.
Yeah, I know it.
And Igor decided to look to quit his job and to look for a new well-paid job overseas. For this reason, he is over here taking English classes.
Oh.
Yeah, we have a lot of things to talk about.
I guess.
And what about you? What about something special that happened to you exactly in 2012?
Oh my.
Yeah.
That would take.
We shared our ideas, but it's your turn.
That would
to share.
take a lot of time and 2 bottles of wine to
Okay,
explain.
maybe we switch 3 bottles of wine into 1 bottle of vodka.
Oh no, vodka.
It's gonna be
But
cheaper.
it's gonna be one. Игорь, а что она не
Я уже снимаю, так что...
Okay, guys, and about the main events in Ukraine. What are they?
Сейчас.
Что не парламент? Как парламент?
Parliament.
Юлька
Oh,
все про
yes, we changed the parliament in Ukraine, yeah. What else?
Давай,
Euro.
хорошо, ты...
2012. What else?
Конечно, euro.
What else, guys? Nothing else?
Как можно плавнее.
Okay, and the question is, how do you see Ukraine in 2013?
The same.
The same.
Like
What? What exactly can you say?
Maybe. Pessimist?
Are you pessimistic
No, I
about
believe that
future of our
Ukraine-
country?
Will be like in European country.
We will like European country.
Join the European community?
We will have good roads. We will have good salary.
Have good roads.
Good roads and
Mhm.
good salaries.
How do you think that will be possible?
I don't
I
know.
mean, what do you think needs to be done in
Mhm.
order to have a better economy?
Yulia, what do you think?
What is the problem right now that needs to be fixed?
change our life positions, our relationship to our future and attitude. to our
Mentality,
future,
mentality.
our
Mentality.
mentality, yes,
Mhm.
especially among young people.
Yeah. Stop being apathetic. Stop being apathetic. Безразличная. To what is happening around.
Well, are young people indifferent about
The future.
the
Try to
future?
go abroad and
Yeah,
apply for a good job.
I've talked to some young people who said they wanted to go to other countries.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what else?
I think nothing to change after
There is nothing to change.
Nothing to change. Maybe our country will be European country.
A European country.
With European
Standards of living.
with European prices.
We have already reached that level.
Are they going to stay the same?
But without European salaries.
European
European
salaries.
Why?
Because in our country we have a lot of налоги.
What?
Taxes.
Taxes.
Не то, что, Юля, taxes are very high.
Taxes are very high, and every year we have more and more.
Taxes to pay.
Increase every year.
Да, всюду taxes большие.
В нашей стране самое большое. Первое место в мире.
Да.
Швейцария.
Игорь, а что я не так сделала? Что не работало? Не так? Я имею в виду.
А сейчас работает, вот посмотрите.
Germany has very high taxes. Sweden has high taxes. Norway, Switzerland, France, Britain, they all have high taxes.
Yes.
What about
But
They have also high
the
salary.
thing is that you have to have an efficient, honest system of using the tax money. Now, and of getting taxes from people, from everybody. Everybody should pay their fair share. If you look at Greece, which is failing, one of the biggest deficiencies of their system is that everybody tries to escape paying taxes. Well, people do that in every country, but the country has to have a strict system for collecting the taxes. In America, you can go to jail if you don't pay your taxes, or you cheat, or you do something fraudulent. Okay, you can go to jail. Okay, so that makes most of us pretty honest. We try to subtract little things, but they don't make a big difference. The government still gets our money. But for that money, we get safety, security, good systems.
Medical. Insurance.
We have a social security and a medical system in America. It's very good.
Good roads.
Yeah.
It's a dream.
Well, a lot of good things can come from taxes, and they should here. I mean, but I don't know enough about the Ukrainian tax system to criticize. I will not criticize it because I do not know it, and it's not fair for me, a foreigner, to criticize something in your country. But what I do see is that many things that should be corrected by taxes are not corrected. So there's some kind of a disconnect there. I don't know what it is. But you're a country, and you are the people who should try to make a political difference. If one politician doesn't do it, vote for a different politician.
Yeah, stop being apathetic.
Apathetic, yes.
Yeah.
Very often we don't have
Indifferent.
choice.
Yeah.
We
We think that we don't have a choice, but there is always a choice. Even for a person who decided to commit suicide, there is a choice, it is a way out. I have never have thought that it is the way out. You always have two options, at least.
Right.
Не знаете, как называется это в общем? Bribery. Взяточность. Bribery. Только эти.
What's the word?
В нашей стране очень...
Corruption. It means corruption. The country is highly corrupted.
Yes.
That's bad.
Bribery is very popular
Yeah.
in all the spheres
Yes,
of
the average-
economics and
The
life.
average bribe in Ukraine is now 25,000 hryvnias.
What?
The average bribe,
From what?
not the average.
How much does it make? In dollars? $300.
$3,000.
What is this, bribes or something?
I was talking in the recess, I was talking to a granny of one child who's attending our school, and she has a daughter, a psychiatrist, a doctor. When she graduated from medical university, she had an opportunity to stay here in Sumy and not to go to a faraway, remote place. To stay here, she had to pay $3,000.
To stay here.
Yeah, to get a job here in Sumy, and not to go to the village, to the countryside.
Oh, I see. Not to go to some small town.
Small town or even a village. Remote place, far away from her home. And the family did not have this money, but more important, even they had this money, nobody can just give you guarantee that within 1 year the situation would not change.
Yeah, 1 year will pass and another person will give a bribe and she will be substituted and she will be made just go somewhere to another place. Corruption is high. But we are creating corruption. We are offering money to officers, don't we?
I don't know.
Now, if everybody stops doing it, something will happen. I think so, don't you?
Yeah, sure.
Well,
That's the only way to stop doing it. Stop
The
paying.
best.
I can tell you that in America, as concerns corruption, the corruption does exist in some places, but when you take, excuse me, when you take the everyday things, okay, for instance, okay, you want a building permit for a house, or you want to change something in your house, you must get a permit. Or a police officer writes you a speeding ticket.
Yeah.
Or let's say you want to get a driver's license or some other kind of license. Now in some countries, if you pay enough money, you can get it. In America, don't ever try this because
It is considered a
first
big
of all,
felony.
the police or the people working in the offices will be very offended,
It is considered a felony.
and you will probably go to jail for this. Because, why? Because these people make a good salary.
Yeah.
And do you think that they want to risk their high-paying job for your $200? No way.
Your reputation.
And the same thing with the post office. I worked, excuse me,
Maybe water?
maybe so, yeah.
Water.
A little bit of water.
And 1 minute.
Excuse me, get a gravelly throat sometimes. At one time, I worked for the post office, and it was a big area. And they had up above something that looked like this, with mirror windows. You couldn't see in, but somebody could see out. Okay? If you put one piece of mail in your pocket, that was the end of your job. At that time, 1979, $12 an hour with benefits. Well, who wants to lose their job for some little piece of mail? So this kind of thing, yeah, thank you, I appreciate that. That's the kind of thing that kills corruption. If you pay your police and your government officials a good salary, they do not want to lose their good salary for your little bribe. Okay? But that's not to say America is the perfect, honest place. Don't get that idea.
No, we think that
Bribes
it's not a
happen.
paradise.
In certain ways, in certain levels of government. But it's usually big money, not small money. Yeah. But I have been in countries in the Far East, if a policeman stops you, you give him some money, it's taken care of. You can't do that
In Thailand it
America.
works. So, small bribery does not work, yes?
Yeah, small
Is it
bribery.
the bottom line?
You got big bribery, you know, millions of dollars, well, okay.
Work. That is the bottom line.
In our country, it's normal.
Okay, let's switch from countries to you, the students. So tell me, how do you see yourself in 20 years from now? I'd like you to talk to your partner, ask him and tell him, share your ideas.
Or maybe you can do it on spot.
On spot.
Yeah, for example,
without
Julie.
preparation.
I see her in 20 years from now, very prosperous, rich, famous, on the cover of the glamorous book, at the head of the big company, 3 kids, a big house, a wonderful man, it is her husband Serge, and me visiting her in France. I think it's a good project, isn't it, Julia? Aren't you happy with that?
Yeah.
Stop crying. Don't cry. How do you find this project, Julie?
How do you see your partner in 20 years? How do you see yourself and how do you see your partner in 10 or 20 years?
Золотая, красивая,
Это я поняла, да.
What about Yaroslav? How do you see him?
What about me? Later.
In how many years?
In 10 years.
In 10 years
years?
he will apply, no, not in 10, in 5 years he will apply after graduated university.
He will apply.
He will be apply for a good job.
He's going to apply for a good job, yes.
And he
Will get a good job.
will have a really beautiful wife with
Wife.
He's got a girlfriend. She's beautiful.
Who are we talking about now? Which person?
About
About me.
Oh, about you? Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
About
Too
me.
young to get married.
10 years.
It's good. Why not?
Okay.
Now, what about
What?
Natty? You know? Natty?
After
In
in 10
Years.
in
10
10
years.
years, I think Nettie will have 2 children.
Children?
5.
Children.
Children, small.
Two children.
She will be in Canada, she will relocate to Canada. Да, тебе водичка, Даша?
Да.
Да, конечно.
She will be
Staying in Canada.
stay in Canada with child
In Canada with your family.
with her family,
Mhm.
and will have a good job
Job.
in some tourism
Yeah.
Instead
Good.
with high salary,
Mhm.
Sure.
and
She will be happy.
she will be traveling every month with his
For business.
Sure,
For
sure.
business.
not her business.
У нее же traveling agency, так ей придется по работе.
Sometimes
будет работать.
with
Её живут.
family,
Мгм.
sometimes
Yes.
what
Twice a year.
twice.
Okay. She will have a little sorry. She will have a little private plane
Wow.
where I will be a pilot.
Present from Yaroslav.
Or a private jet.
Yeah, jetliner. Right? Good. What about our IT specialist? Yaroslav, IT
Your ideas.
specialist? Igor.
I think Igor in future will go from this country.
Will leave this
Will leave
country
this country. She will live in Miami.
He will live
on Miami.
He will live on Miami.
Miami.
On Miami. He will have a really beautiful wife.
Yes. What? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, one beautiful wife and 2 or 3 children.
In
Wow.
Hawaii and one in Ukraine.
Yeah. So and
What
everything
about
will
his
be.
job? You said nothing about his job.
He will be the best IT specialist in the world.
In the world.
Yeah.
Okay. Robert, what about you?
What about you?
How do you see yourself?
In 10 years from
Oh, I
now.
see myself in 10 years.
Yeah. Describe, please, your plans.
Probably old and feeble. No, I don't know. I don't really think that far ahead because now here's a proverb, an American proverb. Man proposes, but God disposes. In other words, you can plan all kind. That's man. Again, man proposes, and God disposes.
Disposes.
Yeah. God disposes.
Mhm.
That's, which means that you can plan many things, but fate, fate can bring you many surprises.
Yeah, sure. A good surprises.
Not only good.
Yeah, not only pleasant surprise.
I'm a publisher of foreign language phrase books, as I was telling her, and I have some in print, and now I'm making them into e-books because in America, e-book readers have become very popular,
Yes.
as have other handheld devices, which probably some of you have, like iPhones and Android and some others. And also there are what are called tablets.
Very
Apple
popular.
has a tablet and Kindle has something like that. So in America now, there are more e-books published, electronic books, more e-books published than print books. And so I'm trying to get more into that, making e-books. That's what I do. What I'll be doing in 10 years? I don't know. Maybe sitting somewhere
On the terrace on Mallorca.
on Mallorca.
Yeah.
How about Madeira?
Yeah. Why not? In the terrace.
Actually, I'm thinking about, believe this or not, I'm thinking about settling in Ecuador, Cuenca, Ecuador, which has very mild weather all year long.
It's the same
And
thing
you
about
can,
Brazil.
you can live very well in Ecuador for $800 a month. And if you have more than that, you can live very well.
Yeah.
So
And the same picture is about Brazil.
the only thing is you have to know Spanish. And so I'm trying to teach myself Spanish. Uno, dos, tres.
We can help you in our school.
You teach Spanish there,
We
Phil?
teach Spanish too.
Wow, that's marvelous.
Okay.
Yeah.